first question is why? So Fit in 42 was a great program. We have a few people who have done it in here. Brent has done it, Kimberly has done it, and Adrian has done it. They are now going to be ambassadors. What that means is that if you have questions and you want it from a person who dealt with this and did it for 6 weeks, you're gonna know that you're gonna have a list of people that you can talk to and ask their opinions. Fit in 42 was a very expensive program that Kelly and I invested in. We were one of only 30 clubs that were offered the opportunity to do this. It was so expensive that we had to charge a lot to be in the program. We never charged as much as you were supposed to charge. The charge was supposed to be $15.95 per person to do a 6-week program. We never got that high because we wanted to see if the program worked. So we ate a lot of that investment. We have now figured out, after a great feedback session over lunch and email with the people who have done it, what we think we can do better, what we think can make the program more sustainable, and how we might be able to offer it at a lower cost. So what's changed in what Fit in 42 was and what Radical Reboot is. So there were parts of the program that people didn't like or they didn't enjoy. The first one is that there was a social media aspect. You had to be on Facebook or Instagram and post every single day. So that was part of the thing. Now let me be clear for those of you who have never done Fit in 42 or weren't around when we were offering it. Fit in 42 is meant to be, and for this room, you guys will all understand it when I say this, it's meant to be the Betty Ford of fitness. You are only going to do Fit in 42 if your fitness and nutrition is so screwed up that you need to be put into a program. So this program was built by a Marine, and his concept was, you join, you don't get out. The only way you get out is if you screw it up so bad that we have to kick you out. Does that make sense? So we were supposed to have this social media aspect that if you didn't post for 2 days in a row, $1,500, sorry, you're out of here. We removed the program because it was all on an app and we just don't give you access anymore. Sorry, you just wrote a big check, you don't get to buy in. Now, that works for a lot of people. Thousands of people have done Fit in 42. You guys did not buy into that, so we took that out. The meal plan. We sat down with everybody, we went through every meal plan, Kelly and I did, and we asked some questions. There is a shake in there that nobody liked. There's a couple of days in a row where things are just, the same meal in different variations. The garlic encrusted almonds, like there were just different things that people were like, yeah, I'm not doing that one again. And that's fine. So we are going to, at least for this first round of Radical Reboot, we're going to interchange some different recipes for those particular recipes that we know about, and we're going to see if we can find something better. The accountability was a little bit less involved than we're going to be this time around. Every single person who did Fit in 42 found someone in the gym who was doing it with them at the same time, and they kind of, elbow and elbow just marched through 6 weeks together, and they would text each other and they would talk after class. And now the reason why there was a little bit of an accountability waiver was that the program is meant to be, if you do Fit in 42, you come at 5 a.m. or you come at 7 p.m. and that's it. There is no in between, because all Fit in 42ers get to work out together and they only work out with each other. Again, that's a little bit of a challenge for our style of workout. That means everybody in the middle of the day doesn't get to do it. So we have come up with a way where you will be given an accountability partner, and if not, we're going to group you up in threes if we can't do doubles, okay? The app, they had a very intricate, it was a cool app. It was just hard. And especially with our demographic, where most of our gym is, 48, 49 plus, to be that detailed with an app just got to be like, I don't get it. Like this, I don't know what I'm doing. We've removed the app concept. And the cost. The cost was $1,595 if we were going to continue doing Fit in 42. Now, one of the things that we did like is that you got rewards. So, in theory, if you spent $1,500 and you lost a lot of weight, and you did all your Facebook posts, and you did all this stuff, for every little thing you get $5 here, $10 there, $5 here, $10 there, and the next thing you know, at least I know with the few people in the room, some people got a few $100s off of the program because they did what was necessary. We've brought it down to one part, and the one part is, for every pound you lose, and we round up, so if you only get to 0.8 pounds, you get a pound. If you only get to a reasonable percentage of body fat, you get that. You get $10 for every pound of fat lost, and then every muscle you gained. Okay? We're trying to increase the accountability part of it, so find a family member, find someone else, and do it together. So in this particular example, if you lose 10 pounds of fat, you get $100. If you gain 5 pounds of muscle, you get $50, and if you make a referral, you get $100. So it's $250 off of your annual membership. So it's just like a free month. Okay? We liked that part of it because people really were like looking at their in-body. In this program, I'm going to show you in a second, the in-body is every single Monday. So they were like, oh, I got to get my water under control. Oh, I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have had that extra this or extra that because it equated in dollars. So we fixed the social media part of it. We took the app out, so there's no more app to do, and we took care of the social media part of it. There were a few people in round one when we really were the most strict that loved the social media aspect. If you get an opportunity and you know Cindy Good, you should have a conversation with her because she posted every single day on Facebook. She'd take a copy of her meal. She'd take a picture of her leaving the gym from the workout. She would do all this stuff, but here's what it helped her with. It's just like when you tell everybody in your house you're going on a diet. All of a sudden, all these people on Facebook were rooting for her, but they were also going, don't fall off the wagon. Like, you're about as public as you get now. And every day she would get 10, 12, 15, you go girl. Hey, that looks really good. Can you send me the recipes? Can you do all that stuff? And for her and Judy, that was a deal breaker. If they would not have done as well as they've done if it wasn't for that. So what we're going to do is if you are a social media hound, we're going to have a contest for that. For those of you who are like, I love this. This is great. But for those of you who just can't fathom, they're like, yeah, Facebook, no. Instagram, no. I don't want to do any of that stuff. At the end of the workout, Frank, TJ, Mari, myself, Kelly, whoever is going to come up and we're going to say, day 3, how are you doing? And we're going to take a quick video of whoever's in your class with you doing the workout. What'd you have for dinner last night? We're going to just ask you a few questions and then we'll post for you. You don't get any money back for that because we're doing all the damn work. Okay, so sorry about that. But we're going to make it so that it's very easy for you to put it on your timelines if you're a social media person and get the social support that you need. Because for about a third of the people, they would not have gotten the same results if they hadn't done the social media. We've adjusted the meal plans. So they are a little bit easier to follow because now we're not doing it on the app. We've got a few tastier meals to replace some of the meals that people are like, I didn't like that very much. We've condensed the grocery list so it makes more sense. I say that because there's a few people who did the first round and the second round was a little wonky too. By the time we got to this last round, we had kind of cleaned it up. So it's a very similar grocery list to that. We've tried to make all of the meals super easy. They're not complicated at all. And we're going to follow up a little bit differently because now we've learned. We had never done this before, so we didn't know what we were doing well and what we weren't doing well. And luckily for us, the 20 participants, really almost every single one of them to a T, not only had great results, such great results that, boy, I would love to show their before and after pictures, but they won't let me. They were that good. And that they have, for the most part, been able to maintain that lifestyle since. So Kimberly, Adrian, Brent, they've never gone, actually April did it just kind of by default because she was the support and she was cooking all the meals. But they've never gone backwards. Not even by a lot. Like, they might have gone on vacation and, put on a pound or two. But for the most part, they've stayed exactly where they were. And for some people, that's for at least a year or more. So this is very similar to what I put out there when I was like doing the, hey, this is Betty Ford. Like, sorry, if you screw up and we have to kick you out of rehab, we keep all your money. Okay? But I just want to be, this is the stuff that's the deal breaker. If 6 weeks without alcohol, refined sugar, or items that that really are not clean eating, if that's going to be too difficult for you, not because you don't want to quit, but because like your life is nutty. You got a wedding, you've got a this, you've got a that, and everything's going to get in the way, then this is not for you. At least not right now. If you have so many things coming up in the next 6 weeks, we've planned it from May 20th to June 28th. That has you going into July 4th weekend to party like a rock star. If you like to do your own cooking and you like your own meal planning, then this is not for you, because we're going to tell you what to eat. We're going to tell you how much to eat of it. Brent got a different meal plan than Kimberly did, and Kimberly got a different meal plan than Adrian. When I say different, same foods, different sizes. We macro it out, and we don't know that until we put you on the InBody. So based on what you weigh and where your body fat is, it all gets specific to you. If you don't like weigh-ins, if that InBody machine is going to drive you nuts, this is not for you. If you are going to miss more than 4 workouts, you have to work out 6 days a week. They don't have to all be, we're whipping you with a whip, just beating you down. They're not all going to be like that. But if you cannot at least move for a half hour, 6 days a week, this is not for you. You get 1 day off.
Mostly probably in the gym. But
and you can do all of them in the gym, but we had someone who had a business trip for 4 days right in the middle, and we worked it out, and she did awesome. She had to really toe the line, and for her it was really helpful because she learned, wow, my business trips don't have to be that bad. I don't have to go to this place for dinner. I don't have to blow off my workouts. I can actually do this if you have a plan. If this is still, we had to keep this, we cut the price more than half, but we still have to kind of keep that for 2 reasons. I'll get to that in a second. If you don't like using MyZone, we like using MyZone. We didn't make anybody have to do it, but it really helps us. Because if you're dogging it, we can give you a little kick in the tush and keep you going. And if you don't like drinking a lot of water, if you're not ready to get your water under control, this is definitely not for you. Because we can tell every week whether you have drunk enough water. I don't know if that's the proper grammar, but whether you've taken in enough water, we know right off the bat. And as Brent said, if you don't like protein shakes, not for you. Okay? And these are all, you need all these things in your head. Okay? If you can commit to 6 weeks and allowing us, we're your team, to run every aspect of your life, short of your sex life and maybe some other family things. But when it comes to your workouts and your food, we own you. Okay? We are going to know if you go off. We're going to know if you screw up. And we are going to ride you as hard as we can. This is going to be 100% all in. If you are a half in, half out kind of person, this is not it. If you like to have that stash of chocolate that you've got hidden behind the bookcase, it's gotta go. Again, step by step, day by day, hour by hour. We tell you when to eat, or within reason. We do all those things. And it's funny because I'm watching Brent and Kimberly and Adrian, they're like, yep. It's very true. We have told people in the past, and we will continue to tell people, if they're not ready, if they've got a bum knee or a bum shoulder and the 6 days a week is going to kill them, we've told them this is not the right time for that. So we will talk to people individually about that. I say this is the kind of what we figured out. Do I have less than 3 major life events like weddings, vacation, or special occasions over the next 6 weeks? If you are going away to Flagstaff for 2.5 weeks between now and July 4th, this is not the time to do it. I will discuss an option that we figured out. And if you're ready to invest in health and finally stop the insanity, then this is a good program for you. This is something that we should do. So you're going to do an InBody every week. We're going to work on accountabilities. You're going to get grocery lists. We're going to be a little bit better about a private Facebook group for the people who like that. You're going to come to your workouts. That's what it all is. Training 6 days a week. You have a meal by meal personalized plan. You have a personalized grocery list. We have weekly check-ins. Now that's a caveat, because now that we're doing your Facebook posting, you're going to have every other day check-ins. Because when we go and we take the video, we're actually checking in on you. So it's a little bit more than weekly. I should change that. You're going to have accountability partners because we realize how important that is. You're going to have a private Facebook book. We're going to handle all the social media. You have that ability to earn back. You're going to do weekly InBodies, and we're going to do before and afters. Now, I am going to have a conversation because we're going to do this again on Saturday. And I think here's what happens every single time. And this might be a little different. Everybody gets their pictures taken. They're like, I just want to throw up. Okay, sorry, but you got to do it, all right? It's so important because sometimes, even at the end, no matter what the InBody says, they're like, I don't feel any different. I don't look any different in the mirror. And then I pull out the before picture and go, you're out of your mind. Because there are people, it's a different person in 6 weeks. Now, again, I am going to approach the former people and say, can I please show your before and after pictures? I will not do it publicly, I promise, but maybe on Saturday, because some of you did so well. Because I think that is a deal breaker. Okay, so it used to be $1,500. No, I didn't even want to make it $1,000. It's $595. That's what it's going to cost for us to do all the printing, stay on top of it, keep the staff going with you. That's what it's going to be. Meal plans will be delivered May 18th, so that you can get your grocery list and do all that other stuff. That means, I'm realizing as I'm saying this out loud, that means your in-body is going to be done before that, because we can't do your meal plan until we do your in-body. So give some thought to that. The last day will be June 28th. You'll do an in-body every Monday. If you miss more than 4 classes total, you'll wait till the fall. Now, that's where I want to throw one more caveat in. After this round, after we do the first radical reboot, Kelly and I were sitting there and like just racking our brains. We might do a rolling, just a rolling involvement. Okay, I know there's a better way to say that. Rolling enrollment. What that means is let's say John's like, Bobby, these next 6 weeks I'm screwed. I don't have it. But you know, after July 4th, I'm actually pretty good. Then we think we might be able to pull it off where we say, you can do it as long as you have an accountability partner. Because you can't do it by yourself. It will not work. I see heads nodding. But if you have a spouse or a coworker or a friend or somebody that you could go, will you do this with me? It will work. Because you'll work out together. You might meal prep together. You might console each other on the phone together. That's what I think will end up being the deal breaker if we want to try and just do these. So for example, you have a friend who joins the gym and we're not doing one. So we're doing one now, and I'm not going to do one until probably September 1st. But they're like, God, I just have this great 6-week window that works perfect for me. Great. As long as you're doing it with somebody, we're going to give that a shot. I don't know if it's going to work as well. I know it works really well when we have a minimum of 6, but we're going to try that.